There are so many games on sale for Switch right now. Somebody's got to help you sort through them. So let me be your guide because I've handpicked about 20 awesome games that you definitely need to give a look to and see if you want to grab them because they're currently on super sale and they're super good. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. I love doing this stuff sometimes with you. We do the news, we do the reviews and impressions, but sometimes we gotta find the good deals. And so today I want to kick it off with some really good first and third-party games, as well as some interesting indies that I think you're gonna love. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below if you plan to grab any of these games and if you have any recommendations of your own. Also hit that like button if you love Nintendo Switch. And let me tell you, this is a fantastic sale. Like, there's so much quality. Every game on this list is really good, and I didn't even include stuff like Smash Bros and Mario Party, so that should tell you just how much gold there is in this one. Top tier Nintendo games, top tier third parties, top tier indies. We gotta dive in right now. I'm gonna kick it off with something that I think is just phenomenal. This is a fantastic deal, the lowest price it's ever been. Monster Hunter Rise, kind of the Switch's best third-party game maybe ever, is down to $45. That's 25% off, and it's available currently at GameStop, Walmart, and Target. So take your pick, you can grab it online, and it's down $15 from retail price. And let me tell you, this game is totally worth the full price, and so at a sale, man, phenomenal. This is the first time I've seen the game go on a significant discount, and I love it. This is Monster Hunter at its best. It doesn't feel gimped or handcuffed by the Switch. In fact, it's some of the best graphics I've ever seen put on a Nintendo system, and I really love the gameplay. The combat is both approachable and has depth, which is about the best you can ask for. The bosses are big and exciting to take down, and they continue to pump content into this one. It's great solo, it's great multiplayer, and I think it's going to go down as one of, if not the best games on Nintendo Switch in 2021, and probably will be regarded as one of the gems of the platform when all is said and done. Now, a brand new game that I'm including on this list is Toem. It actually doesn't come out until next week, but it's currently on a pre-order sale, $17.99, 10% off. I've been playing Toem, and I'll be talking about it before it releases, but I can't tell you why I'm including it on the list right now, but like, I'm winking at you, I'm giving you the best hint I can, and I think you really should pay attention to this sale, because Toem is a game that merges Animal Crossing with Pokemon Snap with a really awesome adventure, and it's got this just endearing hand-drawn black and white style. You're taking photographs to solve puzzles, there's quests, there's quirky characters, and there is just a lot going on, okay? Toem is very interesting. It was one of the coolest looking games at the last Indie World presentation. I'm super glad it's coming to Switch, and this discount, while slight, hey, it's still notable because the game isn't even out yet. What is out, though, is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, a very recent August release from Nintendo themselves, and this one clocks in at $49.94, which is going to be 17% off at Amazon and Walmart, the lowest price it has been, and this game, I feel, is received better in 2021 than it was way back on Wii nearly 10 years ago. It's a very fun, traditional Zelda adventure, and they translated the controls pretty darn well. You can play with motion, or you can play without motion. I've played without motion, but I know a lot of people still like to utilize the motion. It has interesting dungeon design, and the graphics actually look pretty darn good. If you want something that's a bit of a flip from the Breath of the Wild formula, this is kind of what Zelda always was until Breath of the Wild, and I think it's a good time, especially given a $10 discount. We've also got one of my favorite indie games of the year, and one of my favorite indie franchises, Little Nightmares 2, is down to $20.09. That's going to be a 33% discount off of its normally $30 price point, and I love my time with Little Nightmares 2. I don't think it has the same impact as the first game, since you've already seen this weird, creepy world and the spooky Muppet-like monsters, but it still is very good, and I think it is a must-play. They build upon the gameplay of the first title, and they introduce a lot of just very strange creatures that'll stick with you, and it's just one of the best series at evoking a mood. right? Everything is very consistent, and it's very dark, and it stays in this very strange place until it goes absolutely bananas at the end and just really wraps up in a really like, what the heck is actually going on here way, with a kind of shocking twist ending. I love Little Nightmares 2, and I'm glad to see that it's already chopping 33% off the price, because I think it's absolutely another must play on Switch here in 2021. Now I'm going to group these next couple of games together because we've got some sequels coming out soon, and so the first game is getting a nice discount. Let's talk about Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, an RPG with a nice, beautiful Studio Ghibli art style. It's down to $12.49, 75% off on the eShop, and this game is actually getting its second title next week. September 17th is when we'll see Ni no Kuni 2 hit the Switch. It is a little bit delayed, actually a lot delayed compared to the other platforms, but hey, we are getting it, and the first game is really, really charming. It's a nice RPG. I'd say it's a little bit slower paced, but if you do want to prep for the new game coming out this week, then this is a great price point, 75% off. You can't really ask for much more. I'm also going to talk about Origami Shadow Edition, a very nice stealth game with co-op possibilities, $11.99, that's 60% off, the lowest price it's been, and we believe that Origami 2 is going to be coming to Switch hopefully later this month. It leaked via a Singapore ratings board. We talked about it on Good Morning Mario this week. This is a very, very good modern era stealth game with cel-shaded graphics, and if you want to prep for the sequel and kind of find out what the franchise is all about and see how it evolves itself when we hopefully get the subsequent version, then that's a great entry point for you. Now let's add another game to this sequel list, which is going to be Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Technically, Tales of Arise is not a total sequel, but it is a new game in the Tales franchise, and since we're kind of lacking on the Switch of new Tales titles, this new one got great reviews, and I'm bummed it's not on Switch, but hey, Vesperia is still a great experience. It's $12.49, that's 75% off, lowest price it's been, and this is a big, chunky adventure with real-time combat that I really like. For me, that's what separates the Tales series and why it's been one of my favorite JRPG franchises, because it does have more involved active combat, and as someone who's impatient with my gaming sessions, I like that a lot. Vesperia first debuted on Xbox 360, so you know it's going to look great, run great on Switch, of course. And like I said, there's a lot of game there, and you'll get in with the Definitive Edition and all the DLC. We still got more first-party titles coming your way, with Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury bringing in a $49.94 price point. That's 17% off at Amazon, Walmart, and GameStop. I think Bowser's Fury is some of the best Mario we've ever seen. You got to experience it. Both games are fantastic, separated by the Wii U version of Mario 3D World brought to Switch, and then the brand new Bowser's Fury, which is about a 4 to 5 hour adventure if you want to collect everything. I love both games. I think they're some of the most underrated and awesomely designed platformers ever, and some of the best Nintendo work in terms of just graphics and colors and gameplay. So do what you can to grab this one. It does have cooperative play for the main story, which is great. Bowser's Fury can also be played kind of in a like co-op mode, although there's just one Mario. The other person would have to play an assisted Bowser Jr., but like you gotta experience this one. And then if you've somehow missed out on Animal Crossing New Horizons, or you're wanting a second copy, that game is also $49.94, 17% off at Amazon and Walmart. The game doesn't often go on sale. I know we're really eager for a new update, but it seems like it's going to be coming soon. So if you want to get in before the game hopefully blows up again, this is a great opportunity, and it's something that I've loved since its inception, March of last year. The fun just doesn't stop, because the Immortals Fenyx Rising DLC is all 50% off. That's going to put these packs at $7.49, and it actually is really interesting DLC. I've sung the praises of the base game for a while now. We talk about it in sales videos from time to time, but the DLC is great because it brings in a new playable character, a new bunch of quests, and a new way to play the game is sort of a like Diablo style, like almost like isometric shooter combat game. So if you're interested to expand your universe of Immortals Fenyx Rising, or if you just want to buy the gold pack that has everything, those are on super sale right now. And again, that is one of the great third-party games that came to Switch last year, and it plays and looks and holds up very, very well. We also have The Outer Worlds seeing a special sale because new DLC arrived for that guy. It is down to $19.79. That's 67% off, the lowest it's been. Some of the DLC is also on sale if you want to expand. Remember, this is basically Fallout in space with a little more goofiness. I'd say Outer Worlds has a lot of humor to it. The gunplay and stuff is really good, but it does seem to be a little easier than maybe I would have liked. That's kind of my only dig at the game. This one did start off with really poor performance, but they have optimized things, updated things, and patched things on Switch since then, so you're good to go there. And Outer Worlds is getting a sequel that maybe one day will come to Switch as well. So if you want to get in on the franchise, this is the best time that you can do that. Maybe you're looking for something brand new though, so I want to give a shout out to Eastward, which is coming out this week on September 16th, and it has a pre-order sale as well, down to $22.49. It's only a 10% discount, but hey, that's better than nothing, and Eastward is really anticipated. I have not yet played this one, so the verdict is still out, but it was the star of the last Indie World show. It's from Chucklefish, and it looks to be awesome. It's like Last of Us meets Legend of Zelda with a beautiful art style and a globe-trotting adventure. I am beyond smitten with this one, and I hope it pans out and delivers when it releases next week. Something totally different is Wingspan for $13.39. That's 33% off the lowest price it's been. This is a beautiful Euro-style board game. Now, Wingspan is a family favorite of the last few years, and I own the game in its physical form. It's a really good game, accessible, but also has complexity, and the video game interpretation is fantastic. It's a great way to play the game if you want to experience it kind of by yourself, if you don't have a board game group, if you're trying to stay kind of isolated, or if you want to play with others, you can do that as well. I love board games. It's one of my secret favorite hobbies outside of video games, and so I think it's always cool when the two universes kind of collide, and Wingspan is one of the best examples of that, and a very popular title. Let's throw some love to some movie and TV IP. All right, we got Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 down to $7.49. That's 75% off, the lowest price it's been, and this is probably the best Lego game on the platform, while we all wait for Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga to come out in 2022. Maybe you want to get in on the action. I know Marvel has been big lately with the new movies and with the What If series on Disney+, so if you want to experience some of that on your Switch, this is a great chance to do so, either solo or co-op. You got Star Wars Republic Commando down to $7.49. That's going to be 50% off, lowest price ever, and half off for this guy feels like a good deal. This is an older game from the Xbox generation, brought forward to the Switch. It might feel a bit antiquated, but if you want to control an army of clones, this is a really good opportunity to do so, and we don't really have a lot of new Star Wars stuff on Switch. Fingers crossed that one day Jedi Fallen Order makes it, because I love that game, but in the meantime, this is a good option. Dragon Ball Fighterz is also its lowest price ever, $9.59. That's going to put it all the way down at 84% off. The fighter passes are also on sale. This is a fantastic fighting game. It's got gorgeous art and probably the best realization of DBZ in video game form ever. Me and my brother used to love this show when we were little, and while I haven't spent a ton of time with this game, I have played enough to know that it really is really quality. You can kind of elevate your skills to a very high level. I'm not sure what the online community is like at this time, but it's still a fun one, especially if you do have someone locally to play against. Speaking of sequels, how could I forget about Mario plus Rabbids? We know Sparks of Hope is coming out sometime in 2022. Haven't seen a whole lot on that one. Hopefully we do at the Game Awards or the next Nintendo Direct, but the Gold Edition is on sale on the eShop for $19.99. That's going to put it at 75% off, and that's going to get you the base game as well as that big Donkey Kong DLC. A lot of Mario plus Rabbids if you want to get familiarized with the franchise, get ready for the sequel, and just enjoy a really great game on Switch. This one stands out because it's Mario doing something totally different than he's used to doing. You guys know plenty about Mario plus Rabbids at this point, so I don't need to tell you, but it's a good price. This one's always on sale, so no rush, but I did want to point it out. And then I'll also mention Tropico 6, seeing its lowest price ever at $30, down to 40% off on the eShop, and this is a city management game involving dictators, so you get to kind of be a little crazy for a bit. It's a nice port on Switch for a franchise that does have a very hardcore fan base. And then we also have the Hong Kong Massacre, which is down to $10, 50% off, lowest price it's been on the eShop, and I really enjoyed this game. It's one of those bullet time shooters. It's like Hotline Miami-esque, although it has boss battles, which I think adds an interesting twist and a totally different graphical style than Hotline Miami. So if you're a fan of Hotline Miami and want something in that vein, or you just want something cool and you're getting ready for the Matrix and want to play as Neo but not Neo, this is a good kind of facsimile and something that will approximate that kind of crazy, chaotic, acrobatic action. I did have fun when I played this one, and I think you will as well. Whew, that's a fantastic list of games. So many good ones. My top picks are Monster Hunter Rise, Toem, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, and then I'm gonna give some love to Little Nightmares 2 and that Immortals Phoenix Rising DLC. But you can't go wrong with any of these games. I'm really impressed that there's so much on sale right now. Like I mentioned, there's other games as well, Mario Party and Smash Bros, but these are the ones I wanted to pick out specifically because of how good I think they are, how much I think you'll enjoy them, and then their price point and their sale. Like if they're the lowest price ever, like that is much more notable than just a small discount. So let me know if you're gonna pick anything up in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it's helpful. Hope you can find something fun as we enter the fall season of gaming. In the meantime, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Hit that like button on your way out. Thanks so much for watching. I love you a lot. And until next time, SwitchForce out.